Now listen, crewman, we can't have any more of this messing about. We're here because of you. I mean, you beamed up a Brontosaurus on to the Temporal Dreadnought, and it caused all manner of trouble. And now we've been relegated to this ship because of you. Now we're going to have to sort you out. We can't carry on like this. And now you've just told me that your mice have got loose. Where on earth are they? You know, I mean, who brings a dozen mice onto a ship? Why do you need mice? Crewman, you're going to have to sort yourself out. We can't carry on like this. All right. The mice problem is, yes, Romulan person, we're trying to solve the mice problem. Yes, Commander, we're trying to sort the mouse problem out. Yeah, I know, I understand you're both frightened of mice, but I mean, it's getting a little bit ridiculous now that he's standing on chairs. I've spoken with him. What more can I do? Oh, dear me. And welcome back. Yes, you'll have to forgive my bridge crew. We've had a little bit of an incident. Apparently, one of my crewmen, who shall remain nameless but normally known as Mr. Potato Head, has brought mice onto the bridge, and they've escaped. So, two of my crewmen are a little bit frightened of mice. So, until we find these mice, looks like they're going to be standing on their chairs for some time. Anyhow, yes, we are today going to be reviewing the Mirror Strike-Wing Escort. Is this a carrier or isn't it a carrier? That is the question. Let's have a look at the build. This is a 5 weapons to the front and 2 to the rear build. At the front, I have 4 dual heavy cannons. 2 of them are pulse dual heavy cannons. 1 of them is a quantum phase dual heavy cannon. Phase. And this one is an Andorian phaser dual heavy cannon. And in the middle I'm running the quantum phase torpedo, which is part of the 3-piece set. The deflector, impulse, warp and shields are the Iconian 4-piece set, and I've got them all at 15 epic. In the aft weapons, I'm running a pulse phaser turret, and I'm trying something new, the Nucara webmine launcher, and that's at very rare Mark 15. The Nucara webmines deploy mines, webmines physical damage. Start again. Nucara webmines creates 2 level 75 Nucara webmines, 1204.5 physical damage every 0.5 seconds for 4 seconds, 50% shield penetration. That's quite good, isn't it? +3 hold for 3.1 seconds. Once armed, they will chase after enemies that get within 3.5 kilometers, +4% critical chance, 30 seconds recharge. Now that is part of a set, but I don't have that set as yet. So I'm going to give these a go. I've never used mines before, but I'm going to give it a go. Experimental weapons. Let's have a look here. Oh, there we go. Experimental weapons. More details. Experimental flak shot artillery targets in a 360-degree arc, firing up to 3 shells per firing cycle. The primary shot will always attempt to damage the targeted foe, while the 2 additional shots will randomly fire up to, that's not easy to say, is it? Fire up to 2 targets in range. These secondary shots deal less damage than the primary shot. It may be upgraded with a standard weapon, swapped out for another experimental weapon, and placed in any other starship's experimental weapon slot. Huh. Let's have a look here. 10 kilometer sphere, 4 second recharge, 2,886 kinetic damage to primary target, 1,443 kinetic damage up to 2 random targets. It's 20% shield penetration. Ah, right, okay, that seems okay. Right. Devices. Nimbus Pirates, but we're going to swap that out because that will come. I can use Nimbus Pirates from my inventory, so I'm going to leave it in there. Beacon of Careless, red matter capacitor. Engineering consoles, I'm using the TrellMD plating. A simulated module, Mark 15. I'm using the 0-point energy conduit, Mark 15. The universal quantum phase converter, which is part of the 3-piece set. Binaural infusion circuits, which I'm using for the 29.5 Starship hull capacity and 29.5 Starship control expertise and 26.2 critical severity. This is a lobby item and it's purchased from the lobby store. It's currently, I think it's 200 lobbies, so if you're planning to buy this, I'd wait while they do a lobby sale. The console universal dynamic power redistributor module, now is part of my standard builds in all of my builds. Quite a good piece of kit this. 11.3 all damage resistance rating, 90% directed energy damage. Bonus damage resistance, hull regeneration to self for 20 seconds, plus 40% bonus damage while above 80% hull, plus 100 bonus damage resistance rating, plus 500% hull regeneration, 2 minutes recharge. The tactical console, universal cascading subatomic disruptions. That's interesting, isn't it? 14.3 Starship exotic particle generator, improves exotic damage. 1.9 auxiliary power settings, spreading electrical damage and resistance debuff. 135 targeting arc. To primary target, 13,735.8 electrical damage. Wow. Minus 40 all damage resistance rating for 10 seconds. Up to 2 secondary targets, 10,301.9 electrical damage, minus 20 all damage resistance rating for 10. Oh, that's just repeating that, isn't it? Well, anyway, here we are. Alright, primary target, secondary target. So the primary target, alright, it sort of tapers off. The next secondary target, up to 4 territory targets, 6,867.9 electrical damage, minus 10 damage resistance rating for 10 seconds, 2 minutes recharge. Well, we'll give that a go, see how that works. The Domino, I'm running for the 15% phaser damage and 20% accuracy rating. The Universal Approaching Agony console, another 15% phaser damage and 1.5 critical chance. The Universal Abrasive Hazard Shielding, 5% shield resistance, improves shield regeneration by 10%. Abrasive Hazard Shielding, secondary shields, damage absorption, hull and shield heal. Absorbs 18,359.4 points for damage for 45 seconds. Upon expiration, plus 5,000 hit points, 2,000 shield regenerate blind once to each facing, 2 minutes recharge. Well, that's alright. I've never actually sat and read that. Anyway, there we go. Tachyokinetic converter. Again, this is part of this is from the lobby store. Again, this costs another 200 lobby. This gives me a 29.5 starship control expertise, 39.5 flight turn rate, 1.3% critical chance. Sorry, that was 39.4% critical flight. Do you know? We'll get it right, won't I? I'll get it right, tongue-tied. 39.4% flight turn rate, 1.3% critical chance, 13.1% critical severity. And it is part of a 3-piece set, this. And if I get enough lobby, I'll probably visit the lobby store and pick up the other two to see what we get. Anyway, in the hangar bay, I'm using the Advanced Mirror Universe shuttlecraft. And this gives phaser beam array, omnidirectional phaser beam array, beams overload 2, and tractor beams. Launches a wing of 366 advanced mirror shuttlecraft, each hangar response to. Okay, right, 40 seconds recharge. Okie dokie. I'm running in the visuals, I'm actually running the adapted Mako covariant shield as a visual because I like that visual. Right, the master is tier 1, plus 5 accuracy rating. When you hit tier 2, plus 5 defense rating. Tier 3, plus 10% kinetic damage, plus 10% energy damage. Tier 4, 2.5 critical chance. And tier 5 is superior area denial. Fire at will, scatter volley debuff force, and apply to pets. When activating fire at will or scatter volley, grants fire at will 1 and scatter volley 1 to your hangar pets. Upgrade your energy weapons for 20 seconds to target's hit. Does not attack. Minus 30 all damage resistance rating for 5 seconds. That's interesting, isn't it? I wonder if I can slot that. Let's have a quick look, see what. Okay, that's that. What's this one? Yeah, I'll leave that as is. I'm torn, really. I'll give that a study. I'll have to have a study about that. Right, so as you can see, we're still at 6s and 7s on the bridge. We've got mice loose everywhere, and well, I'll have to come back and see if we resolve this situation. So let's go outside and have a quick look at her, and then we'll take her into battle and see how she performs. So see you in a little while. And here we are. This is the Mirror Strike Wing Escort, and yes, she's very small. Just look at that. And this is what interests me, in that we can we call it a carrier with one hangar? Because it would be one of the smallest carriers, wouldn't it? An escort carrier. Yeah. As you can see, she has the obviously she has the Discovery design, being that she's quite flat. She's quite manoeuvrable, I will give her that. I have used her a few times in some PvPs, and she's actually performed better than what I would have expected. Much better than I managed to perform with my other ships, which maybe that's just me being not very good. But yes, she is quite different in her design, and I'm not overly awed by her, put it that way. it's not a ship that I get out regular, to be honest with you, except if I meet up with friends and we do escort battles. I quite like having one of the biggest escorts, or escort carrier as I keep referring to it, but it's technically not a carrier really, is it? Can you call it a carrier? You'll have to let me know what your thoughts are on that. Sometime soon I will be doing a review of my top carriers and what I think is my personal opinion on carriers. So yes, I would like this to feature somewhere in there because I think it's rather quirky to have an escort carrier, but I don't really think we can classify it as a carrier. Right, so enough of all this. Let's take her into battle and see how she performs. Right, so here we go. I do like this mixture of blue and orange phaser cannons. I think it looks really good. I mean, she's quite capable of packing a punch, is this little ship, isn't she? Right, we'll launch some more shuttles. Oh, that was a nice little attack, wasn't it? Let's have a look, see what this does. Well, I have no idea what that did. I mean, why would you surrender when we're winning? I must have blasted at least 20 of your ships. 21. Oops, forgot to launch these. Now, I have seen somewhere that you can have these launched automatically. I haven't quite figured that out yet, so if anybody knows how to launch these shuttlecraft automatically, let me know. Actually, once we've finished this battle, we'll go back to Earth Sol and just have a look at the statistics as well, because I actually forgot to do that. Let's just give this guy the good news. Right, he's gone. Oh, that was just a fantastic combination. That was the Nukara mines, actually. That was a really, really good combination. I'm growing quite attached to these mines now. I know I'm not a fan of the design of this ship, but I have to say, she is fun to fly. She really is. Just look at the state of that space station. And she's telling us to surrender. I mean, ours is pristine compared to hers. She's going to need a right paint job, is hers, isn't it? And we have to surrender. Dear me. Right. Now we're going to have to behave here because most of my shields and hull consoles are all on cooldown now, so I'm going to have to be careful. Try and keep out of trouble for a little while. Got it. Well, she soaked up a lot of punishment there. Got her.
You haven't seen the last of me.
I think we have. Well, wasn't that fun? I really did enjoy that little altercation. That was a real knock 'em down and drag 'em out fight, wasn't it? And this mirror strike wing escort performed admirably well, I think. Right, so what we'll do now is we'll take her back into Sol space and I'll let you have a look at the statistics. And here we are, as promised. I thought we'd come back and have a look at this little escort, although she's a little big escort, isn't she, really? Right, let's go have a look at the statistics of this ship. The stats, here we go. So she has a hull of 97,023. The shields are all in the 19,000s. I mean, what would have happened if, say, I'd have put the adapted shield on? Yeah, so if I'd have put the adapted shield on there, would have gone up to 24,000. That's interesting, isn't it? What about the Tilly shield? 26,000 with the Tilly shield. Interesting. Right. So the resists. Actually, let's go back to the Iconium one because that's really fair. Oh, it doesn't alter. The anti-proton resists, most of the resists rather, are in the mid to late 30s. Radiation resist is down at 20%, 25%. Yes, I'm struggling with that. Critical chance, 28.1%. which is well above my 20%, which I'm always aiming for. And critical severity, 168.2%. So I'm quite pleased with that as well. Accuracy rating, 57.5. That's the highest I've seen accuracy rating, to be honest with you. So I'm quite impressed with this ship. Right, so very quickly, we will head back to the bridge because I've been summoned to the bridge. Let's see what's going on there. So here we are. Let's head up. Oh, well, at least one crewman's happier. Are you all right, crewman? Have you relieved the other? Have you relieved the commander? Excellent. Hello, Romulan person. Yes, I can see you're still not happy with this mouse situation. Oh my word! I better see if I can find them. Oh, has Mr. Potato Head, has he been relieved? Oh, wonder where he's gone. Oh, he's over here. Have you sorted out this mouse problem yet? Clearly not interested, are you? I mean, we've got to find these mice, so find them. I've got crewmen standing on chairs. We can't have this. Dear me.
Automatic defense procedures initiated.
Now what's he done? What's going on over here? Quickly. What's happening, crewman? What on earth did you do there? Be careful what you're pressing. We don't want another Brontosaurus on the bridge, thank you very much. Oh my word. Right, so you'll have to get down. I can't take you seriously standing up there like that. Look, I know you're scared of mice, but for goodness sake. Oh dear me. Right, well, I hope you've enjoyed this rather satirical review of the Mirror Strike Wing Escort. And until next time, I'll see you out there.
1 minute to auto-destruct.
What now?